there's the train. All right, here we go. Taking off from the Hebron Station. And that's the Denton County Transportation Authority. And we're going to cross right here. And this is our second time on this trail. Just saw one of the light rail trains go by, pull out of the station heading south. Today is July 5th, 2025. And let me see, it's 8:41 right now. And we're going to be heading up to the Louisville Lake Village, or Highland Village station. Should be about a 25-mile round trip. I hate these little deals. More hassle than they're worth. But I understand reliability. All right, it's a Saturday. Temperatures are very comfortable this morning. A little bit of humid. We're going to be dodging some rain showers. Hopefully we'll be back by then. But some of the rain that's coming our way is kind of a spin-off. You want to think about it as a pinwheel of that catastrophic flooding that occurred down in Kerrville, Texas, just northwest of San Antonio. Been in that location many times when I worked out there in the Texas Hill Country as a lineman. It's a shame as of this recording, there's 24 deaths and still about 24 people that are missing, and they're mostly from that girls camp that was right along the Guadalupe. Most of them got swept away, so we'll see what happens. This video is gonna be published probably about a week later. So anyways, this is the A train rail trail. The A train comes from the light rail train that goes along the tracks here. It's just out of view over there. And imagine this trail's still going to be closed down as they're getting ready to pour a new concrete roadway that crosses the trail. But we can get around with it. We did get some rain yesterday, so there is a little bit of a mud getting over here. Hopefully we can it looks like they redid the pathway here. My little thing is still acting up here. Don't want to tighten it too much because then it's going to crack again. It cracked yesterday, and I was able to, the little collar ring that tightens down on it, I was able to super glue it together, and hopefully I don't want to tighten it down too much and have it crack again. So I've got that working right now. And we're coming up to the railroad park. See the railroad boxcar there. And we're going to go around the park right here. Comes back out on the trail. Nice and comfortable today. But I think that's going to change once this storm system moves off to the east. That's going to allow the temperatures to start soaring again, and I think by the end of the week they're talking highs near 100. So we're going to get out here and enjoy this weather right now before it takes a turn. going to take this again up to the next light rail station at Highland Village / Lewiston Lake Lewiston. And I think we'll be going around one of the city park trails that's located just on the other side of that station. Well, we got 10 more days at this house sitting. We leave on the 15th, and we're actually heading down to close to where that catastrophic flooding went in Comfort, Texas. The location where the house is between Comfort and Fredericksburg, and they're nowhere near the flooding or the Guadalupe River. And I think it's going to be a challenge to do any riding out there because there's some steep hills to navigate out there. And actually their driveway, I kind of looked at it on Google Maps, from where it starts to their house goes up 100 feet. That's pretty steep. There's no bike trails out there to speak of. So I think any type of riding we do out there is going to be maybe going into the city of Comfort. It's not a very big town, but we may be able to get some bike riding in. Morning. So yeah, we kind of last time we really didn't know where the trail went, but this time around we've been on the trail. We should have a pretty good idea where we're going and stuff. So I checked the radar before I left, and no imminent rain showers are coming, but they are saying rain is expected by 10 o'clock. And we should have some shelters to head to along the way here if we get inundated. So I've made it around all the trails that I want to hit, and now we're starting our second run on these trails. So this may be our last ride on this particular section. Not as busy today. I think last time I went through this intersection I was waiting for about 5 minutes because you got a lot of traffic going to the landfill up here. And again, this is my favorite type of weather to do biking. Nice light cloud cover. You can see my map really nice. One of my goals, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not, but one of my goals was to head from our starting point, the Hebron Station, all the way up to the end of the line, which is the Downtown Denton line, which is 19 miles in each direction. And if I do that, I should do it while it's nice and cool like today. I could do it today. Now don't tempt me. I'm going to think about it. I've got two of my best batteries with me. Could easily make it with the two batteries, but that flooding in Kerrville, man, I was watching some YouTube videos and there was one 22-year-old girl that got swept away in Hunt, Texas. She was there with her parents, and they got swept away as well in their car. And I haven't heard anything about the parents, but the 22-year-old girl that got swept away, they found her, some neighbors found her 22 miles down the river, hanging on a tree branch on one of the big cypress trees. And for her to get up there, by the time they found her, the river had receded, And she was about a good, well, I would say about 30 feet above the water. And the people that took her in after she was rescued, she told them that she got swept away at like 4 in the morning. And they found her like, what was it, 12 hours later? And all her clothes were stripped off of her from the floodwaters. So she was naked, hanging on a tree branch. And she got rescued from with a helicopter, plucked her out of the tree. No injuries on her, other than I think she had a laceration on her forehead, or not in her hair, and they didn't find that until she took a shower at these people's house. So she went down the river. She said she went over a couple dams, and she had to push off from some RVs that were floating down the river. Just an incredible, terrifying adventure, man. I don't know. You know, she has her lucky stars with her, but so yeah, she in one way she is very lucky to be alive, and in another way, as of right now, they don't know where her parents are. They got swept away. Very, very unfortunate. Now this still, I might have to get a new holder. I'm trying to tighten that so the phone don't go down. And I don't want to crack that collar. It tightens down. All right, so this is where we screwed up last time. I thought the trail was going off to the right, and it does go off to the right, but the trail actually keeps on going over the tracks like this. And the trail actually goes down this way. A lot of tragedy with that flooding. There was a Good Samaritan dad that went out to rescue someone and lost his life when he got swept away. They showed a picture of him on YouTube. He had 3 kids and a wife. Again, if I haven't mentioned it before, the train schedule for the weekend is once every hour. Morning. So a lot of some people have asked, you know, well, I'm not even going to get into that. Uh-oh, I think I dropped something. I heard something fall. Oh, it's my little my extra wheel deal. The other one fell out already, so they gave me that tire remover, but I've got plenty of them, so that's what fell off. No biggie. Here's this golf course. Not very big, but Class 3. Yeah, we're coming up to the Highland Village train station, and we're only at 7.7 miles. I think I have decided to make this a trail. Now that I know where I'm going, I know to head off. It's got the trail going that way, but I know now that that trail, I spent over probably 30 minutes trying to figure out where this trail went, because it points it down to the station. And if they had better signage here, you would know that it goes up here. There's that sign there, and there's actually another sign up here. Trail actually goes here. There's a sign there, but it's not a regular bike trail sign, so I wasn't really looking for that. So yeah, I have decided to take this all the way to the end. Which from here should be about another 11 miles. It's 19 miles. Now past this point, the trail basically hugs the light rails. I've not seen another train since I arrived at the starting point. That guy was heading south. So I wonder if there's only one train, because I haven't seen anything come back the other way. I really could have. I could have missed it while I was off the trail. There's the other trail that goes around that city park. I think we're going to probably split this route into two. Do one going down to the last station, Downtown Denton, and then our next one will be returning to the Hebron Station. "35 minutes, 9 miles. So that would leave us 10 miles to the end of the station. is Louisville Lake. Oh, here comes a train, light rail. Going right over the lake. Bet you it's empty. Alright, well that's nice. We saw at least the train once. I don't think it was the same one that I saw at the station. Unless, like I say, I missed it hitting the other way. They could easily have gone back and forth by now. And I imagine they have to keep the schedule pretty much online. They can't just go whipping back and forth, although they might want to. He was moving a lot quicker than some of the other ones I've seen along this stretch. And this is the entrance pay station. Looks like I got a little doggy and a jogger to contend with. I didn't see where she came from. She must have been down the road already. We're coming into Lake Dallas area. It's a little town of Lake Dallas. gas is coming down. This one says $2.58 a gallon. That's 10 cents cheaper than it was yesterday. The other station I was heading past. $2.57 over there. It dropped 10 cents. Holiday unofficially is over. So the day after the 4th of July. A lot of rummage sales today. Good morning.
Morning.
So, yeah, I'm gonna talk about the subject anyway. That guy went rolling through, and I saw a car coming up on my right, and I stopped. Now, yes, technically, it's a stop sign. And it is enforceable. If you blow the stop sign, you could get a ticket. But in reality, I don't stop at those. I mean, if I stopped at every single stop sign, especially when you get into urban riding, they seem like they're every 5 feet. And if I stopped at every single one, like I was supposed to, my route would be probably an hour longer. So that cure, there's a stop sign, and it's kind of a blind spot. So I see nothing coming, so I kind of just roll, but I'm ready to slam on the brake. In all reality, they're there just as a reminder. Morning. And I lay you odds 90% of people treat it as a yield sign. Now there are some states that do allow you to treat it officially as a yield sign. One that comes to mind is Minnesota. QT is $2.59 a gallon. But here, now you see this is a busy street here, so I'm most likely going to have to stop. And if it's a real bad situation, they usually got signals. You see now, you might look out and see a train. It's coming up, yep, it's coming up behind us. Here it comes. Oh, this ain't it. I don't see him coming. I don't know if it's, yeah, it's coming up behind us. Should we pace it? See it in the rearview mirror. I'm doing 19 miles an hour. He's got to be doing twice that. Let's see what this biker does. See, he just went flying right through it. Morning. Nobody makes a complete stop. If you are, you've got a hell of a lot of time on your hands. Morning. Morning. So we'll probably see that train again, since he's heading down to the end of the line, and then he'll come back this way. "48 minutes on the seat and 12 miles on the books." Morning. That dog don't like me. Ruff, ruff. At least she knows it. She had him held back pretty good. Morning. Wow, he heard me and gave me the wave that he heard me. And he actually said, "Good morning." How about that? Morning. All right, this goes right across. So yeah, regarding stop signs, let me know in the comments if you're a biker. Do you come to a complete stop? Like this one has a, I can see down that way, I can see here. So that's no big deal there. And of course, if you come across a traffic signal, you know, with an actual corner, you know, traffic lights and everything, those I kind of obey all the time, because they're usually placed at busy intersections to begin with. So now I had an instance yesterday that there was a traffic signal in an industrial park and everybody was off of work, and you could look to the left, look to the right, didn't see a car for a mile in each direction. So I went right across there. Could I get a ticket? Probably. Is somebody going to stop me and give me a ticket? Probably not. Now, if it was completely busy and there was traffic and I decided to do that, yeah, definitely I would get probably a ticket for that. But officially they can't tell you, well, you can do it in this instance, and if you safely look this way and that way. They're not going to say that because it's too confusing to people. And there's a lot of people that, you know, take it and twist it around to make it fit their narrative. Oh, one thing I found out, that last station that we were at the village Heights or Highland Village, to this next station, I think it's like High Med station or whatever it is. That's a free zone. You can ride back and forth on that for free. I didn't know that. Morning. Yeah, so this is kind of a busy intersection, I think. A couple people going that way. Nothing there. So like this stop sign here, it doesn't, the road don't go anywhere, so why stop? Now this one I think does. There's nothing there, nothing this way. So I mean, you got to kind of know the trails. Corinth, Texas. Jogger and a bike. Two bikes. Morning. Morning. Alright, this is where this trail goes kitty corner. Got two bikes coming my way. Morning, guys. I should have gone around that, but another one of these diversion gates. One hour on the bike, 15 miles. $9.42. Yep, there's my GoPro going out, so let's get those changed out. Be right back. Yep. Here. "16 miles. We got another 3 miles to go, I think." Now this is that swinging gate. These people are walking through it. Morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I can kind of use this as a bump gate. Looks like a lot of people do. Morning. Oh, there's another gate on the other side. It's the only station that has this. A lot of fireworks sitting on the side. haven't seen this other train come back this way. We're almost to the end of the line too. Morning. There's the train. Alright, here's the Downtown Denton Station. Alright, we're going to switch out our batteries and catch you on the next one. So then, adios.
Are you ready for speed, power, and portability? All in one e-bike? Meet the Jasion EB7 2.0 folding e-bike. With a powerful 750 watt motor, peaking at 1200 watts, this bike hits speeds up to 28 miles per hour and climbs 25% hills like a champ. The 48 volt 10 amp hour battery gives you a range of 22 to 55 miles per charge. Perfect for commuting or weekend adventures. Ride in comfort with dual suspension and puncture-resistant fat tires that handle bumps and rough paths with ease. And when you're done, it folds down small to fit in your trunk, RV, or closet. Just 59 pounds. Stay safe with front and rear disc brakes, bright headlights, and a twist throttle that puts full control at your fingertips. Track your stats on the LCD display and even charge your phone while you ride. The Jasion EB7 2.0. Powerful, portable, ready for your next adventure.